In our last video, we discussed the 10-step roadmap ChatGPT gave us for becoming successful using AI, business, and technology. It included AI, high-income skills, business, marketing, technology, freelancing, and even building your own products. But one step came before everything else. Step 1 was building the right mindset. At first, I honestly thought, here we go again. Another person telling me to think positively and wake up at 5 in the morning. So I decided not to believe it. Instead, I wanted to test it. Not for a month, not for a year, but for 7 days. I wanted to see whether changing the way I approached my everyday problems could actually change anything. So I created 3 rules for myself. First, learn something useful every day. Second, keep going even when I don't immediately see results. And third, whenever I face a problem, look for a solution instead of just complaining about it. Day 1 was almost too easy. I was excited about the experiment, so learning and working felt natural. I finished what I planned, checked the first box on my calendar, and immediately felt like I had figured out the whole thing. Then came day 2. The excitement was still there, but distractions started appearing. My phone suddenly looked much more interesting than my work, and I realized something. Knowing what you should do doesn't automatically make you want to do it. On day 3, motivation dropped even more. The work felt boring, the results weren't visible, and I started thinking about doing something easier. This was where the experiment finally became interesting. My normal reaction would have been to say, I'm not motivated today, I'll do it tomorrow. But that's exactly what I was testing. If your actions completely depend on your mood, what happens when your mood isn't cooperating? So instead of waiting for motivation, I started with something ridiculously small. I told myself, just work on this for 10 minutes. I didn't need to finish everything. I just needed to start. And something surprisingly simple happened. Once I started, continuing wasn't nearly as difficult as starting. I wasn't suddenly motivated or super productive. I had simply removed the argument happening inside my head. Then I tested the third rule. Whenever something went wrong, I stopped asking, why does this always happen to me? And replaced it with a much more useful question. Okay, what can I do about it? By day 5, I started noticing that small decisions were becoming easier. I wasn't magically more disciplined. I just spent less time arguing with myself and more time actually doing the thing I'd already decided mattered. Day 6 was when I actually started noticing a difference. Things that normally felt like a big effort were becoming easier to start. I wasn't waiting around for the perfect mood anymore. I just got on with what I had planned. And then came day 7. I looked back at the whole week and realized I hadn't transformed into some productivity machine. But I had proved something to myself. I could keep moving even when motivation wasn't there. And maybe that's what the right mindset really means. Not feeling motivated all the time, but learning how to keep moving when you don't. Step 1 tested. If you want to see me test the rest of ChatGPT's roadmap, subscribe and stick around for step 2. See you in the next experiment.